Welcome, welcome. See what's going on. Alright, let's start this application. Inferno Tribe, first ever live stream. Let's get. Alright, so there's no one in the chat right now. I'm starting pretty early. It's only 11:47 in the morning. Almost 12 o'clock, excuse me. I'm gonna run a couple hands, and then as people come into the chat, I'll take some suggestions on what kind of deck y'all want me to run and all this other stuff. I think I'm gonna start running. Let me see. I do need to finish. I think I already finished my verses for the what I think the 16-day 2 weeks that they have is set up. Let's see what I'll do. Let's see what we do here. Load in. As soon as it loads in, we'll see what's going on. Alright, so this is starting to load up finally. Let's go. So I was going through my master set for Shining Fates, and I have it all written down on what I'm missing. Do 500 damage uploading with your fire Pokemon lit, because that's exactly what I wanted to run. That Charizard deck. But yeah, I was going through it and I'm missing, it's close to about 50 cards total, maybe like 40 shinies. No, it's more like 47 shinies. That I'm pretty much missing to finish the set. So we're close, guys. I may end up buying singles and then just kind of, I don't want to be yelling so much. Buying singles and just kind of showcasing them on channel on regular opening. I do have another ETB that I need to open up. This isn't a Necrozma deck that he has. I'm running the Vivid Voltage Charizard deck theme. Yo, what's good? I'm like, I have my phone open, and because obviously this is taking my entire screen, so I have my phone open to the side with the stream out live as well, muted. So it will take me a minute if y'all are chatting. It will take me a minute to respond because I gotta like look back and forth. You know, maybe I could do this so I can kind of pay attention to put it like right next to me. Necrozma. So I don't think I've ever actually played against this deck, so I don't even know like what the cards do at all. Ooh, oh, excuse me. Shit. Choosh. Let's go with Dan. As my mouse decides to not do things. Rock boy. Let's go. Won that. Do this there, and let's go Gust Bull. So it's not a random deck. I have I'm using my Charizard Vivid Voltage deck. He's using the Necrozma deck theme. So these are all themed decks that are pre-constructed in the game. You can actually purchase them in real life the same way. Obviously, some of them aren't even for sale anymore, but and if you do find them, it's kind of hard. I should have put that Charmander down, but I want to keep him thinking that I have something in my hand, so I don't want to just go all in so early, you know. Especially now that I have a Charizard. Yeah. Okay, so let's go Bead, because if I do start getting energies, I'd like to spam them out. So let's see, what does he have back here? This is Necrozma. Does 100 plus damage. Let's just continue to gust this guy away. If I can draw a Leon soon, I think we'll be in good hands. He's gonna do Cynthia, shuffle his hand into the deck, draw 6 cards. Yeah. Special laser on 1 hit. Let's see. There it is. That's like some Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Heart of the Cards stuff right there, because that's just lucky on my end. Yeah, he surrendered. That's just lucky on my end. Wow. Yeah, that was some Heart of the Cards stuff right there for sure. Let's get. Alright, so these are the decks so these are just like base set decks. The Board of Fire, Board of Fire, Crushing Current, and the Hidden Depths. Those are like the basic like Water, Lightning, and Fire decks. Mental Might is a basic Psychic type. I have the Soaring Storm deck. It's basically themed around Dragonite. Unseen Depths, which is themed around Kyogre and Empoleon. And I have the Sun and Moon Ducedai deck, which is like super good. It's Trolley. It's a Trolley deck. He gave up so fast because I had Charizard out. As soon as I had Charizard out and I used that Leon card, I basically kill his best, well, not kill, but knock out his best Pokemon which he invested all of his energies in, and then I basically do 50 damage more for every Leon card in my discard pile, because that's Charizard's effect. So pretty much he knew it was nothing that he could do. I mean, if he would have played it out, it just would have been more in my favor anyway. Because now I already have one of my strongest cards out, one of my strongest Pokemon out, and I just keep piling on the damage on top of that. So he just figured, you know what, I'll just concede, save everybody some time, and move on. So there actually is a Typhlosion themed deck in here that I'm gonna purchase right now just to purchase it. Because I have plenty of coins to do that. Oh, they added a new deck in here. This wasn't in there. Okay. I just wish that the Typhlosion deck that was in here, that's included, was a lot better. I did look at the cards, and they added Triumphant decks in here. Oh, look at this one. So, it is a deck themed around Umbreon, which is my favorite evolution. Just looking through it doesn't look like it's pretty good. I'll have to like kind of slow down later and look at that. But this is the Typhlosion deck I'm talking about. I'll redeem it. And we'll run it just to see what it does. But I've never used. Obviously, I just purchased it. I've never used it. We'll see. We'll see what's in it. For the boy Typhlosion. I do want to make like a Typhlosion deck of my own. But the thing with that is that now it's like when I do make my own deck, I start getting put with against other people who made other decks, and what happens is obviously if I don't have enough cards or the right cards, it I don't want to go first. This is gonna be bad for me because obviously we both got mulligans there, so that's why it's doing that. And obviously, for those that don't know what the mulligans are, mulligan 1, pretty much when we can't set our Pokemon out. Hypnosis. Alright, so let's go with Hoot Hoot first, because Hoot Hoot has Hypnosis, so we'll do that. And these cards look awesome, actually. I would love to, like, find these. Pretty much like, so when either side can't start out Pokemon, like how I put out Hoot Hoot, it's considered a mulligan. And let's say he had one and I didn't, I had Pokemon I could put out, I can draw a card after I set my play field. But since we both had one, we just both shuffle our hands back into the deck and basically draw out the same 7 cards and go on from there. So let's see, you can play one supporter each turn. Pokemon. This is just perfect. Basically, it's a Cynthia. So if you deck draw a number of cards in your opponent's hand. I'm good on that, so I'll do this and do that. This is a Pokemon. Pokemon. And that gave me Noctowl. That could involve next turn. So I need to put 2 more energies. It'd be during your turn. You may draw a card. Nice. I can draw a card. It's a special. You have a card in your hand. Your opponent that's 40 damage plus 40 more damage. Okay. All right. So I got something planned, bruh. He's gonna wake up. Okay. So I'll put a hula hoop down there. No. You know, wake up. Alright. That's fine. I mean, all he's going to do is collect with Forward Fetch anyway. I need to be careful because this deck is very dangerous with this this Charizard in this deck. It's actually very cheap. So, I just need to be very careful. So, I'll do this now. Night Sight to draw a card. Put another energy. Extra sensory. Just like that, boys. And there it is. So there's a Charizard. It's probably GG. I probably don't have anything to deal with this in this deck. And which is the only thing I needed to see what was in this deck that can do 150 damage, because basically this card, just to show you how cheap it is. So it basically roaring resolve. It can do 20 damage to itself and add 2 energy cards onto it, and then the continuous blaze ball takes the 2 energy, does 30 damage plus 50 damage per every energy card it discards from it. So essentially it does 130 damage every time. Yeah, it's not a fun card to deal with. Active Pokemon. Put out Growlithe. I need to put this Charizard to sleep. It's gonna wake up. So rest, rip, hoot hoot, rip. Yeah, Roaring Resolve for 20 damage. It's gonna add the 2 energy, and then it's just gonna discard probably just 1 energy when it attacks to knock it out. Yeah, so I mean, I wanted to run this deck just to kind of, showcase the. Yeah, we'll put on Marie just to kind of sacrifice it, and then build into the Arcanine. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a loss, but I just want to play it out just to see what this deck contains and kind of how I can maneuver it, if I can maneuver it. Because what happens is that there's certain decks that obviously get out of play. They're out of rotation, so it's like, first a newest deck like this one, the one he's using, would absolutely destroy a Heart Gold and Soul Silver deck because of the new cards that have come out and the different abilities of, you see like this Charizard and this, even this Rapidash, like agility. Once it does agility, flip a coin of heads, prevent all effects, attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon during the opponent's next turn. So like once it uses agility and it flips heads, I can't do anything to it, essentially, because it's, you know, I'm just gonna, I guess I'll have to go with Arcanine, and then I didn't even see if it flipped heads or not. No, it didn't. So yeah, no, but this deck, this Charizard deck is actually super cheap because I played against it several times because a lot of people like running it because it's an easy win. Especially when you can spam this Charizard Roaring Resolve and then just do that. And then there's also this Nidoqueen in this deck that has an ability called Queen's Call or something. I think it's Queen's Call. That's what it is. And pretty much, what, as you can see, it didn't do any damage because it flipped heads. So I'm gonna go ahead and concede because now that's just a wasting time. Yeah, I just conceded there. Going back to the Charizard theme deck for that mission. But pretty much what happens is that, yeah. So now I'm facing my own deck. Um, yeah, he had three prize cards left. So basically, essentially, what you need to do in order to win is basically collect, and I'll kind of show it. I'll put it all over on the cursor. Go Charmander. So on this side here, you'll see that there's 6 cards that come into it. Those are your prize cards. So essentially, what you want to do in order to win is knock out your opponent's Pokemon until you draw all 6 of your prize cards, or until they have nothing in their bench. If I knock out, let's say I knock out these 3 Pokemon in like 3 turns, and he has nothing on his bench to basically pull out. Like when I knock this one out, if he has nothing on the bench, then I automatically win, regardless of how many prize cards I have left. But if I draw all 6 of my prize cards, that's how I also win. Or if they concede, if they no longer wish to duel or whatever, I also win on that end. So, Slugma, probably gonna try to put Charmander to sleep here. See if it works out for him. This is essentially a mirror match because he's using the same deck that I have, and I have the same cards and everything like that. So I'm very familiar with this deck, so I can kind of foresee what he's gonna do. So he's gonna try to put him to sleep. If it's heads, I'm awake. Let's go. All right, so let's play some rock paper scissors, boy. Usually people go paper, so I'll go scissors here. He went scissors. What a different guy. He went paper. So paper again. All right, so he went rock there. So all right, so do this here. Collect. All right. So we're setting ourselves up. Yeah, because he has Charmander out already. I have Mega in my hand. He's setting up for Charizard. Not sure if he has Charizard already or if he's just bluffing. He's probably bluffing. Yeah, he's going to switch to Sudowoodo. So now Sudowoodo is the only one with cards, and he's trying to draw out the Charizard, so it's fine. Leon in my hand. Draw these 3 cards. I'll go ahead and evolve Yanma to go into here. Gonna collect again, but next turn, yeah, is we have a great ball. So next turn, what I'm gonna do is switch. I'm gonna switch into my Yanma, knock out the Sudowoodo. He has Charizard. Wow, so the 2 cards he drew last turn was a Charmeleon and a Charizard. That was a good draw. Paid off for him. Now he's gonna use Professor's Research to get a brand new hand. He discarded, so his Charizard is doing 150 damage without him using Leon. Is he gonna switch out? I'm just waiting on him to make his move. I mean, there is a timer. That's the other thing. If this timer runs out, which usually it does not, that's another stipulation to winning. Or if he runs out of cards that he can't draw. Same way like I know people who play Yu-Gi-Oh! If you can't draw any more cards, you lose. So I'm not sure. He can retreat and go into Charizard, but he won't be able to attack because I think he already attached an energy. Maybe I'm mistaken. I think he misplayed. I think he meant to draw the energy to put it on Charizard to be able to retreat and do all that stuff. So I still don't have a Charmeleon, but I have it now. So my plan still works here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, but instead of switching like that, I'm doing this to now put you to sleep. He's gonna wake up. It's fine. But Slugma at this point is my sacrificial pawn for me to play my Charizard. He has another one out, so he has two. I just need to be very, very careful with how I do this. Yeah, so now he's gonna knock him out. I would assume Battle Sense. Yep. Now, technically, I kind of have the upper hand still because I have a Leon card in my hand. He has one in his graveyard, but I can knock out his Charizard with my Charizard, and then if he brings out his Charizard, dependency. So if he has a Leon card in his hand, he has the advantage. What do I want to do here? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it now. And draw that energy. So what Battle Sense does is it makes me look at the top 3 cards in my hand. I'm going to use this now just to kind of get my energies back in my deck. I'm going to go ahead and knock that Charizard out. But I'm sure he has it. He has to have a Leon in his hand. I would be very surprised if he doesn't. But even then, he can't do anything because he doesn't have any energies on that Charizard. So now he does. I basically need to set him up for failure here. Which I 100% can. He's gonna draw 3 cards. He can't put any energies on Charizard. Here we put one on there. He's gonna double draw. Unless he's gonna do some crazy stuff. He can't use Bead. Yeah, dumb. He should have just. Well, so the reason he didn't do double draw is because he has 9 cards left. So I would have left him with 7. So he wants to keep. He wants to just keep his options open for that. So I'm gonna do this because I have 28 cards. We don't waste cards here at the Inferno Tribe. Except for that one. So now I have a second Leon card in my hand, which can be used for next turn. But we need to basically build into another Charizard so that when his Charizard knocks mine out, we can at least buy some time, and then I have the upper hand. And that is how you do that. Now the only problem is another Charmeleon. The only problem is my Charizard in my deck or is it in my prize cards? Which I'm sure he's going to use Leon now to do all this nonsense. Basically knock me out as fast as possible. But what he's not expecting is that I'm going to pull out. He probably is expecting me, who knows, but he's going to basically knock me out here. He's not even going to do that. He can't even do that. Unless he discarded his Leon. Let's see. So he essentially lost. Yeah, he lost here. Yeah, he lost here. He misplayed that 100%. So I'm literally going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then Battle Sense. This is why it's essential for you to play all of your cards correctly, because he just miscalculated. He put out his Charizard aesthetic, except instead of sacrificing a card, which I just misplayed now. That's what I get for talking a lot. But and then he's gonna knock out my Charizard. But essentially now I have my Yanmega, which still has full energies and it can knock out every single one of those Pokemon. I'm gonna build into Macargo now because that's what he's gonna try to do. But this is still a game match for me, regardless of what happens here. Which I'm sure that and on top of that, all I have to do is hold him out for 3 turns, and he has 5 prize cards left. So I won regardless of what happens. I can misplay all day and still win because he only has 3 turns, and he's gonna continue to draw cards, which is not. It's not smart. He's kind of panicking for cards. I'm not sure what he's looking for. It's probably in his prize cards, and yeah. So now it's even worse. Heart message. Well played. Yeah. So this is GG, boys. And girls. I'm just gonna put out Yanmega because why not? Do this here, put this here, put this there. Yeah. When you start annoying people like that, they just concede. But yeah. So on to the next one. On to the next one. So we're, I think, 2-1 so far for today. Alright, so yeah, so this Dragonite deck is actually really, really good. It can be very annoying to play against. Like, utterly, utterly annoying. Don't want to go first. Start off with my boy Yanma. It's a good call. So this may be a quick one, depending on what happens here. See. So pretty much what I'm trying to do now, because he doesn't have anything on his bench, there's nothing to say that he does or doesn't. I mean, him going into Pidgey right now tells me that he doesn't. So yeah, he lost. So here we go. Yeah, Mega. Yeah, this was just unfortunate for him. He just drew bad cards. So that doesn't really display the potential. The potential that this deck has, but yeah. The only reason I'm using the Charizard deck is because of the challenge that's going on today. But which basically tells me I gotta knock out Pokemon with fire types. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him. Redemption on this Charizard deck. Pretty much the way to play my Charizard deck against his Charizard deck. Technically, his is a little bit better because of the fact that he has Nidoqueen and he can basically whip out everybody faster. neither of us have any benched Pokemon, so it's going to be a drawing battle for a little bit. So I'm going Great Ball for sure. Let's bring out the Charmander. We get the leg up on our Charmander. Draw the 3 cards, and then we'll draw 2. So a whole lot of energies, which is good because I want all of these energies. Gonna collect. No bench Pokemon yet. Okay. So we need to go beat again. And we have a switch, so we have another Great Ball as well. So we need to grab Charmeleon, and if we can possibly draw a Charizard fast, we can try to get in front of, take advantage. Well, now he's gonna have a bench Pokemon, but we can try to get ahead in terms of the prize count. So we're gonna go ahead, Great Ball. There's Charizard. We'll go ahead and use Bead, which allows me to place 2 energies in one turn. I'll put a Yanma on the bench with Macargo revolving, and then we'll double draw. And I have my Charmeleon. With this evolution instance, it lets me search up for any evolution in my deck, put it in my hand. I'll basically have Charizard in 2 turns. So he's gonna switch out. I'm gonna start attacking. He feels the pressure. So his attack is going to do 90, and he's not gonna take damage. So I don't even need to do that anymore because I already drew him. So let's go into Yanmega. And I'll double draw because he can't take damage right now, so it's pointless for me to even try to attack him at this point. Flail does basically 10 times the number of damage counters on me, which I have 8. It would have done 80 damage had it been tails, not heads. But since he doesn't take damage right now, it kind of goes against me. So that is why this card is so cheap, because basically it's a 50-50 chance that he's not going to take damage. So he's not going to take damage next turn either. We'll put on my Macargo. I chose paper. He needs to choose rock for me to draw 2 more cards, and he did. So Lugia coming out, another Yanma. Go here, do both. Just for giggles, because he's not going to take damage. Pain. But, definitely if he goes into agility and he doesn't get the heads again, because that would be 3 in a row. It's kind of hard to get 3 in a row, yeah. So we're going to go straight and knock him out because he's annoying. Battle Sense, let's see, let's go with an energy. Let's use Hop here. I got all the cards I need. So Heat Blast. I messed that up. I meant to knock him out. Well, I mean, it's not essential. Well, yeah, definitely is now because he just came out with Nidoqueen. But Nidoqueen, Queen's Call, basically, you get any evolution that he wants. He's gonna use Cynthia to discard her entire hand into the deck, shuffle, and then draw 7. 6, I mean. Yeah. Queen's Call. Going into Charmander, he's going to try to start building that Timer Ball. This is another crazy card. Basically, if you get 2 heads, you get, which he didn't, great for me. No heads. Okay. So this is why that was a mistake, because now he can do all of that. So I should have knocked it out when I had the chance. Yeah, so I should have knocked it out when I had the chance. That was a misplay on my part. Or it was really more of a misclick. But yeah, I mean, mistakes have been made. But he'll have Charmander, Charmeleon. I mean, because he's gonna use Queen's Call. His goal here is to draw and then possibly get Charmeleon like that, and then do Queen's Call to get Charizard. Yep. But he's working from behind because now I will have 2 Charizards. He's hoping that this is heads. Well, too bad, so sad, right? So, going into here, going into there. And it looks like my it looks like my Charizard or there's a Charmeleon in my prizes as well. I was down to about, yeah, so I'm down to 7 cards. Can't use Professor's Research, can't use that, so we're gonna go knock this guy out. Should have been done a long time ago. Queen's Call. Mistake on his part. So what this was a correct move on his part now, because Queen's Lariat basically does 50 plus 10 for every evolution Pokemon on the bench. So what he's trying to do at this point is get as many evolutions in the bench so that he can knock out my Pokemon. So right now it's doing 110. With Brock's Grit, he'll bring back Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon, yep, and yeah, Rapidash. So goes back into the deck. Another Queen's Call is gonna be pretty bad to deal with. So that's now it's doing 160. But we're still in good position. Because what happens is now every time I knock something out, it's gonna go down. So he used the copycat, so he's gonna draw the amount of cards that I have in my hand. You can't evolve those, so it doesn't matter. Rapidash is gonna come out after this. So, yeah, he'll do that. He'll most likely discard a card. Yeah. So, that's fine. What's Slugma here? Bottom two cards are where my Charizards are. Well, my other Charizard is in a Leon, I believe. Because I only have one Leon that I've used. There's another one somewhere and another Charizard. So that's 160, which would still put me ahead. Yep, this is why he made that mistake. Because even if he's able to knock out my Charizard the following turn, I still have. Wait, how was that 210? That's 150 plus 10. Okay, that didn't make any sense at all. Okay, so I have no idea what happened there. This attack does 50 more damage for each evolution Pokemon on your bench. He had Charmeleon in the corner. I didn't even see that guy. Yeah, this is a game on my end. That was so misplayed on my part. I'll proceed here. The deck is annoying, I'm telling you. No, but that was definitely on me. I should have the Rapidash surviving that turn where I didn't knock it out, that was essential because it would have brought out everything a lot like a turn sooner. And afterwards is when everything kind of went downhill from there. So again, we're finding the same deck. So. So, yeah, so I don't know if we need a rain. Put 10 on you. Does he have Nidoran in his hand? That's the real question. He probably will now. Maybe not. You know, call for family, get that Charmander out. I'm assuming he came out with Ponyta because there's a Rapidash that's coming out. Other than that, that wasn't a good move. Because even if Rapidash comes out, it's still not gonna kill Yanmega, even if it's super effective, because it's only gonna do 120 damage. The agility move. I think he's just buying time at this point. Assume, you know, again with there's the Rapidash with the energy. He's gonna swap out. There's Charizard. Alright. What a perfectly used Cynthia. No cards in the hand, but you can still draw 7 cards. I'm hoping that everybody can see why I think that this deck is so cheap, because all you really need is to get that Nidoqueen in your bench and basically just fill up your bench with evolutionary type Pokemon. And then there's a bunch of cards in this deck that just promote that. Even status effects it blocks. This is crazy to me, bro. This the agility move, again, there's a 50-50 chance, but it feels more like 80-20. It's always heads. It's never tails, bro. Finally. Alrighty. This guy out of here. We have very limited energies here. Leon needs to come out now. Mainly for the knockout, which I don't even know if anything discarded. No, it didn't. This will knock out Yanmega, for sure. Buying time at this point. So there's the Leon card. I'm going to opt to do this way so that I have another potential Charizard coming. I'm going to switch into my Sudowoodo to draw another 2. That'll basically stop my my draws. So from now on, it's just straight up attacks. Yeah, I'm gonna knock him out, go down to 3. 1, 2, 3. He's not gonna knock me out here. Well, he might. He actually will. 50 damage for every card, so that's 150 plus 30, that's 180. Yep, he will knock me there. Another fire energy. That does not work in my favor at all. Now, I don't know what the purpose of him putting Fetch out was, but I'm thinking that was a mistake. Let's see. Because he didn't even have Switch. Okay, well, OP deck is OP. Yes, it is. He's just using up trainers at this point. Signs of desperation. I don't know what's going on anymore. He just needs to either end his turn or move on. And with the what? Yeah. Weird, bro. Weird. Just log him off. I honestly don't know why he didn't just bring out Nidoqueen. I don't. Especially because he had that energy. I don't. This is basically me praying that it's Tails. Because it's going to do 90 damage to me, but if it's heads, I can't attack it. It's going to be heads. There's the Leon card that I thought I had. Alright. So this last card is my Charizard, which is the one that I was looking for the whole time. Of course, I can't attack it. Why would you do that? Oh, it does. I thought it shuffled. Okay, that's my fault. I thought it shuffles it discards the hand and then shuffles, but no, it shuffles into the deck and then draws 7. Tails, bro, you can't catch a break with this kind of thing, man. You just can't. I'm not even gonna give him the chance. I guess I gave him the chance. I put the energy on the wrong Pokemon. It's a 3 cost. It's a 3 cost retreat. That is little mistakes that cost me, man. So as you can see, why I hate this Rapidash, because it's just super cheap, bro. Like, how can you continue to keep using the same move and then every time draw a head so that you can't get attacked? That's, or applied to like any kind of effect that's broken. He still somehow has a timer ball, and through all the timer balls he's used this game, he still has a third one. Let me guess, it's gonna be heads. Bro, this is just 3 times, 3 heads. This guy's drawn. It's ridiculous, bro. Can't even attack it. Alright, I already know what he's gonna do, so... It's so annoying. So annoying. I've never played this deck before. Sylveon? It's a nice coin. Fairy energy. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I have no idea what deck that is, so I kind of don't have anything to say about it. But that's a pretty cool looking card. Um, he just messed up because he just hit me with for 50. Yeah, and they surrendered. I'm assuming that's the best card in the deck. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Maybe because she saw Charizard's of inevitability, so it had nothing to do with it. All this stuff is. I think getting a stretch in. Hold on, guys. Woo! Um. Yeah, no, this stuff. When you're doing themes, you have to use the most recent themes. You cannot use the older ones because the cards are just so outdated. I think I've played this deck specifically maybe once or twice before. It goes into Empoleon, but I'm not sure it's the correct quote-unquote Empoleon, which I'm sure that's what he's going to draw now. They got two heads on the timer ball. Crazy. Yeah. Well, no, floats him. He probably has Empoleon in his hand. That's the only logical thing I can think of is why he did that. I'm sure he's going to evolve it, put me further from knocking it out. I think the weakness on it's lightning, which I don't have any lightning types in this deck. It'll switch out. Sure, why not? Save your Empoleon. Is it the right one? It is not. So, yeah. There's an by the right one. I mean, there's an Empoleon that when it's attacking, it could attack your bench. instead of your primary. So, like, yeah, you can devise a strategy to go around it, and it's like it's very OP. Uh, yeah, there it is. So this one's not the one, but total command is in the 20 bench. So that's actually pretty good. So if he just puts a whole bunch of stuff in his bench, essentially that attack's gonna do 100 damage for just 2 energy. And then Whirlpool 90. I mean that's not good. For three energies, 30 damage. I'm knocking this out the next turn. For sure, for sure. Um Putting this energy on Lugia. Um I'd rather get the 3 guaranteed. So I'm assuming he's gonna do Whirlpool here. He attaches an energy. Yeah, for 90. That would make the most sense. Let's see what we got. Yeah, do that. Yep. So unless he can turn this around and save his Empoleon, yeah, like that. I mean, even then, it's pretty much over for him. Unless he has some crazy card that I'm not seeing. Um, let's see here. So do this. Leon, put that thrown away. Great ball. Another Charizard. And Leon's in the deck. Guess you want to put him to sleep. This is probably a concede. So, even if he attaches an energy to Empoleon, all he's gonna do is no, he's not even gonna attack. So that's no fun. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock you out. No point in yeah, no point in drawing when I only have 11 cards in my deck. But where's the challenge at? I have no idea how to even check that. Challenges. Oh, I already finished it. Oh, so I can use other decks. Apparently there's levels in this. I'm not even sure how to level up per se. I think you just gotta do trainer challenge, I think. I guess right now, let's just continue doing this. I'm gonna use the Dragonite deck for this person. This is just the AI. Apparently you can level up in this game. I'm assuming this is how you do it. I would assume that I don't have any cards. Okay. I would assume that playing live players is part of leveling up. But I figured that I would be a much higher level by now because I've been kind of winning a lot, like off stream. I'm like, for some reason now I'm streaming and I'm getting into all the sweaty players, but this person just dropped her entire hand. This AI just dropped their entire hand into the bench. But yeah, definitely this is a pretty fun game. Like it is, as you saw earlier, it is super competitive. It is um, a lot of like thinking ahead. It's kind of like chess. You gotta like kind of predict your opponent's moves and stuff like that. Learn the different aspects of decks and stuff like that. It is a lot, but once you start seeing the same trainer cards being used, the same supporters being used, you kind of know what they do so that you can kind of counter. Um, you know, this is why this deck is crazy because Tornadoes, this move down here, Tornadoes Thunder. If I have a Thunderous, which I do, my bench, it does 80 plus, and it does 20 to the entire bench. So it basically sweeps them. I could just do this all day till they basically take care of my Thunderous, which is nuts. Yeah, it's it's definitely OP. Like if this is all they have, and they like I said, this is why you don't show. This is the AI, so it doesn't matter. But um, when you show your hand like that, where like, okay, you have your entire bench filled with Pokemon, you only have 2 cards. What can you possibly have that's gonna stop me at this point? You gotta kind of play your bluff. And this is another thing. Like if I knock out a Pokemon that's on the bench, it counts as well. So I literally don't have to do anything else. Just gonna knock out like 4, yeah, 3, 4 Pokemon knocked out there at one time. This is what I'm talking about. Like that deck can if you get a start like that against somebody, like it's just disgusting. It is disgusting how much damage you're just putting out so early in a few turns. It's even worse when you can rush a Dragonite. It's pretty sick. like this Grimer. This Grimer, for me to use collect, is free. I don't have to put any energies on this Grimer to basically collect 2 cards. I can't attack on my first turn, so there we go. So yeah, Pokemon Fan Club gets to draw 2 basic Pokemon, which essentially mean anything that's not an evolution. I almost screwed that up. Gotta always put, if you can, put an energy every turn, unless you're about to just win the game. That's like the only exception, but you always want to put energies on your Pokemon if available. This bug catcher, tails is just 2. Go into enter. So, yep, the Tornadus Rumble Stumble is about to come out now. I mean, especially now that he knocked me out, but. So, this is pretty much it. Nice. That's a pretty good card. I should have just put that energy on this guy, but it's fine. Okay. And then I draw 4 cards. That was a bad exchange. Yeah, I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna try to do my best to try to stream. I mean, I work overnights, so I'm probably gonna try to stream probably every Saturday morning. Um, and then maybe like every Wednesday, something like that. Um, Well, I'll just see. I'll just kind of test the waters, and whenever I'm off that morning, um, I'll uh, I'll do the streams on there like that. I just gotta again, my schedules are like a little bit tight. I have my streams Monday, Tuesday, well, my openings and stuff like that. It's on Tuesdays and Fridays at 1 p.m. So I typically what I do, I pre-record on my days off, and then I post them. I schedule them to come out on those days. So I'm right now, I believe I'm 2 weeks ahead on videos. So in terms of the streaming, obviously because it's live and it requires me to actually be here, I think I'm gonna just do either for, the days that I probably gonna do just the days that I have off, because I have alternating days off. Um, they're never like the same days off. I mean, they technically are, but every other week it changes. So, but yeah, thanks guys for those that came in and watched and saw my L's and just how cheap people's decks can, well, some of these theme decks can be. And it's lit, guys. Inferno Tribe stream is up and running. At least for the Pokemon TCG, I'm still working on the Switch stuff. As we take that dub. And as always, guys, I appreciate you guys coming in and watching. And I'm gonna go grab some food because homeboy's hungry. And as always, guys, if you haven't considered subscribing, and you came in and you watched me and you watched this video, this is what we do here on the Inferno Tribe. So, yeah, would appreciate the subscribe, some likes. Let's get this comment section going, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Gonna end stream soon. Okay, power this out. Yeah, so there's a video coming out Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to watch that video. That video is going to be fire. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. So, as always, guys, like I said, I appreciate everybody.